Hello everyone, welcome to Chaudhary Data Watch channel. Today I am here with a new video on SQL series that are what are advanced joins in SQL. So we'll be watching basically today self join into this particular video. So let's get started with the video. So we are into continuation of advanced concepts in SQL, into which we are having 4 advanced joins, under which we will be watching that what is self join, because we are having 4 main advanced joins that are self join, cross join, which is also called as Cartesian join, then natural join and anti join. Before this we have already covered up the simple joins. Those are inner, outer, right join and the left join. These 4 already we have covered up, but we are in continuation of advanced video series. So here we are having self join in front of us. So self join is very simple. That is, if suppose a table A is getting joined by itself, because as per you you are aware that this join happens when 2 tables get joined. That means 2 different tables get joined on the basis of some common column, then only join is happening, right, as we are aware of. But in this particular scenario it is something different, that only a single table will join with its own. That means table A will join with its own table A, then it is going to be the self join. We'll be taking up an example and where this particular join is getting used. We'll be watching all that. So let's go ahead with the syntax. What's the syntax when we are having join on the same table? So suppose select table 1 T1 dot column 1, means any column, comma T2 dot column 2. These 2 columns you want to retrieve from table name T1, join table name T2. What you are doing over here? Yesterday I have already, or in the previous video I have already covered up what is alias. We are just providing alias name as T1 to table name and T2 to table name. That means the table is same, but the alias names we have given is different. That means those alias names are T1 and T2. Now the condition, it will definitely expect that the condition will be provided on which the join will happen. So what we are doing is on T1 dot join column name equals to T2 dot join column name. So whatever column name you want to put, you can put it over there. So this is how the self join happens. After that, in front of us we are having uses, that where it is getting used, why even if we are reading this particular self join. So there are and there is you may say a widely used and the popular use of this self join is to find out the hierarchical data. Now what is hierarchical data? Suppose, just leave all the story behind and focus on this particular one, that suppose if you are into an organization, into that organization you are an employee, definitely your manager is also an employee of that particular organization, correct? And manager's manager is also an employee of that particular organization. So what is happening now? If we want to pull out manager from the employee table, that means all the employee will be into that table. Your manager is also an employee, so that manager will also be into that table. But we need to somehow extract out that who is your manager and who is your manager's manager. So this particular hierarchical data, if we want to pull out, we need the self join, and which we can see over here, that hierarchical data. If suppose in an organization chart where employees report to the managers, we want there comparison with the same table, finding employee with similar characteristic or properties. Better you will understand if you will be into the video. I will be showing you that how this particular self join happens in real scenario on code level, so that if you can get to a clear vision how we can use this self join going ahead. After that we are having finding matches. That means it find rows with similar matching attributes with same table, like finding duplicate records. So these are some of the uses with which we can go ahead in practical scenarios, or wherever we came across with these scenarios, we will use their self join. So we'll just move to our this particular join, into which what we will see, we are having an employees table. Let me show you what employee table is containing. So you can see over here that employee ID 1 having a name as Alice, who is having no any manager. That means he may be the super boss, or you may say the extreme lead in whole of this particular data set. So he is having no manager. That means he is not assigned with any manager. Now employee ID 2 is Bob, who is having manager ID as 1. Again Charlie having manager ID as 1. That means Bob and Charlie both shares the same manager. So these all we can extract this information via self join, because this particular information which we are extracting out, that Bob and Charlie shares the same manager. How this is happening? This is happening just by seeing this particular single table, right? So these all information we can extract out, but in the right now we are having a scenario. Scenario is we are selecting employee name as employee 1, employee name as employee 2, even dot manager ID. Let me just execute it. Let me execute both of the queries. Side by side it will be opened so that we can see how it is behaving. Let me expand it a bit if it is getting expand. So leave it. I don't know why this is not popping up, why this is not giving up that. Okay, leave it. So what you can see over here, this is the query result of the employee table. Now we are having the join result. So what we can see over here, that employee 1 Bob, employee 2 Charlie having manager ID 1. Again employee 1 Charlie, employee 2 Bob having manager ID 1, and then employee 1, that is David and Eve, having manager ID 2. So this particular information we are extracting it out on the basis of self join itself. That means we are making the second table also the same table which we are using it in the previous one. So this is how we are using self join. And going ahead, you can definitely come across with different type of scenarios in which you need the hierarchical information. Definitely, if wherever your hierarchical information will be needed, you can go ahead with this self join. You will get to able to get all the information related to any particular data. So that was all about this video. I hope that you have understood this concept. You can visualize what all things we can do with this self join. And if any confusion, let me know into the comment section. Thank you so much guys for watching out the video. See you in the next video with some other join. Most probably we will be dealing up with the Cartesian or the cross join into the next video. So stay tuned to the channel. See you in the next one. Thanks again.